How are you? And who are you? That's the question. That's really the question where it's all at. Who are you? And who do you want to be? Something I've spent a lot of time thinking about my whole life, about who I am. And of course for this I learned to understand, or paid attention to life outside of me. The greater realities of the world that we live in, if you like it or not. Now that's what the conscious revolution, which is the name of the room on Pal Talk, is all about. It's a movement in spiritual awakening, because ultimately we're all spiritual beings, right? We're having this human experience in this world, having to fit the mold imposed onto us, living up to the expectations handed down to us, reliving the script that is the result of the history of the environment we grew up in, the traditions of our culture, our society. I always wondered what goes deeper though. What is that spiritual element we all refer to as God? What is that all about? That power within ourselves. How to embrace that power and channel that. How to give our life direction and focus. How to really work on ourselves. And in order to really work on ourselves, we need to really learn about what it is we need to work on. And we need to learn about life. I cannot teach you that. Nobody can teach you that. Nobody can do it for you. No Jesus, no God, no Buddha, no guru. This is about you. But it's about everyone. It's about you and me. And it's about the person next to you. And the person who is extremely difficult for you to deal with. And the person you love and the person you hate. It's your children, your brothers, your father, your sons, your daughters. It's your co-workers, your bosses. We're all one. And it's about going beyond the illusion which really suggests that the first lie we have been told basically is that God is separate. That's really the main awareness for us to gain. That it's not separate. It's us. It's in the love we give to others. It's in the appreciation with how we live life. And the level of creativity and commitment to what, though, is the question. We just follow our leaders, our preachers. We just talk about, politics, and we spend our time, going to work and being successful and pursuing all these things, not really taking time to really consider where we're headed, where we're going. It's like we're not aware of the map, the territory. Stephen Covey talked about this in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's really about where you want your ship to go. Of course, you are the captain of your own ship. And that's why the conscious evolution is all about, first of all, everything evolves. You have evolved, I have evolved, everything in life, every plant, every animal has evolved. This world has evolved. But somehow we haven't consciously evolved because we have been told do this, do that. We have been evolved. And through this, we basically have devolved. We've regressed. And so human history basically repeats itself, the pattern. Nothing really changes. With ourselves too, we all look for different things, but ultimately nothing changes. Because deep down there's still, it's the one paradigm we live in. For example, that life is about what we seek, what we find, the pursuit of happiness, of love, of success, of achievement. That's the illusion, because we have that, and we are that. And so I suggest, or I rather advise, just be it. Simply be. That's the concept. It's all about beingness. It's not about the things we have, our material possessions as well as our immaterial possessions, the ideology, our views, our opinions. It's not about that. Actually, it's about the letting go of our attachments and opening in order to open ourselves up. That's the key. That's what the conscious revolution is all about, bringing us together in one mind, one spirit, one love, one God. Without whatever you believe in, however you believe how old this world is, it doesn't really matter. Who you think is to blame, it doesn't really matter. Because ultimately it's about taking responsibility for ourselves and seeing and learning how we ourselves create everything in life that happens to us. We are the creator of our own world. We are the gods of our own universe. The realization has been missing, even though people talk about that. But really, what has been greatly missing, and I always notice that when I watch today, as a matter of fact, it's 40 years. Remembering that I was 1 year old, the Summer of Love in San Francisco, here where I am right now. Golden Gate Park had festivities today. When I saw this in Germany, I was always thinking something practical is missing. Because instead of just running around and like, oh, I'm happy, I feel love, peace, everyone. But then the realities of the world was the Vietnam War, Watergate, corruption, suffering in the world, which has been going on throughout human history. So there's something practical missing our way of thought. And so from this awareness, even when I started on my own path as a student, as a graduate student or postgraduate student, teacher in this school, the School of Life, as you are also a teacher in this school. Because ultimately we all teach what we have learned. We all practice our own philosophy. And so realize to actualize is really about putting that into practice. It's really about what you want. This is your life. This is your time. This is your moment. This moment, every moment. And I'm here to these countless videos, almost 500 videos. Wow. It is overwhelming. When people came to my room on Pal Talk, they listened to me for hours and hours, and I was at the beginning when I first opened in December of 2005, up to 10 hours every day in the room, and I spoke and I talked and I talked and I tried to encourage the dialogue and inspire others to really open themselves up and also share about their own learning experiences. But people didn't understand the most fundamental, didn't understand that message, because they were there talking to other people in the room, making some jokes, trying to get a reaction out of me, not really fully listening. And that's what it's all about. It's about listening to one another. It's about really paying attention. Everyone in your life is a teacher. Especially those people who are difficult for you to deal with. Especially those. And that's for you to realize and actualize upon that awareness. And that ultimately we all one. No strangers, no enemies. Separations only exist in the mind. And the power to heal ourselves lies within each and every one of us. And so it is about beginning on that process from within ourselves. Process of healing, of transformation, conscious awakening, raising the level of consciousness, our own consciousness. And really being aware of who we are, where we are, and where we are. And of course where we want to go. But how you want to live the rest of your life, that's the question. Time, in this equation, if you really think about it, is money. So really, what is this worth to you? Not just watching these recordings, but to receive some coaching, to participate in workshops, to have communication via email or telephone on a constant basis, to really help, for me to help you, guide you through that process. And we all have countless lessons to learn. I myself, oh my gosh, maybe later on, in those recordings I will talk about that as time goes on. But many lessons, every situation, every encounter with another person is an opportunity for us to learn. And tomorrow, today's Sunday, tomorrow another week starting, another opportunity, every day that is. As a present, to live in the present with a full presence of mind. And the present is called exactly that, because it is a gift. Right? And so it is about the here and now, there's nothing else. That's all that matters. And so if you enjoy this, if it makes sense to you, if you want to learn more, I definitely invite you to come to the room on Pal Talk. Free room. Just download www.paltalk.com and you can find me there under spirituality and religion and metaphysical is a subgroup, and it's called a room for conscious revolution. And also if you'd like to learn more, workshop, personal consultations, counseling, send me an email, realize2actualize@gmail.com, or call me at 415-374-3275. It's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed this, and speaking to you soon. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Thank you. All the best. Bye-bye.